it's Jess and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today. My hope for this video is that by the end of this video, you can become a productivity queen. So if you guys are new here and it's your first time clicking on one of my videos, please be sure to head on down below and subscribe. And if you enjoy this at all, don't be afraid to just leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. I like to respond to comments. So for real, if you're feeling like, I don't know, if you're feeling chatty and you want to share something, I would love to respond to that. Productivity is kind of something that I pride myself in, and I say this only because this is a skill that I've really worked to refine over the years. So what I wanted to do today is just share my best tips with you on how to get your life together, how to get stuff done, all of this important stuff. But yeah, so these are my top 10 tips on how to be super productive this year. Make lists. I don't know what it is. They always say that when you write things down, you're more prone to remember it. That's a thing. But they also say that when you write things down, like you're more likely to reach that goal, to achieve that. So one thing I always do is I make lists of things I have to do for the week, for the month, for the day. Primarily this is what I do for the day. This is something I use post-it notes, scratch paper, like whatever I have. I do it in my planner, but like what I find is when I'm sitting in class, sometimes I start to just like, when I get distracted, I make lists of things I have to do. That's probably weird. But the point is, if you make a list of things you have to do every day, you are so much more prone to be productive if you're actually gonna set out to do those. Figure out a calendar system of sorts. For me, this is my passion planner because I love passion planners. Oh my gosh, I can't say enough about it. But moving on. For other people, that's a Google Calendar. Maybe it's a whiteboard above your desk. I don't know what that is for you, but my suggestion would be figure out what works best, because if you're gonna be productive, you have to know when you're busy and when you're free. Otherwise, that can get really messy. And so I would say just find that method and that will help you so much. Find your ideal work environment. Something I've learned in the process of getting better at getting my stuff done is that not everyone thrives in the same environments. And so for me, I'm not even as productive in the same environment sometimes back to back. You know what I mean? Like some days I'm really feeling working at my desk in my room, but other days I want to work outside. Like I know that's like weird, but for me it's like, almost for me a lot of times it's my mood, but sometimes I know when I have to get certain stuff done, I'm like, oh, I can't go study with friends or else I won't do anything. Like you gotta figure out, do you work better with people, by yourself, quiet, loud, like not loud, but you know what I mean? You have to figure out what environment is where you're gonna get the most work done. Turn off your phone. Oh my goodness. I pretty much at this point when I wanna get stuff done, like if I'm editing a video, if I'm writing a paper, whatever it is, like no phone. It's so hard to make progress on your calculus homework or write that paper when you have been going on Instagram every 5 minutes. And I say this as someone who's been so guilty of this before, and so I would say put your phone on do not disturb, or like tell anyone who needs to reach you, hey, from this time to this time, can't talk. Set some goals. Being productive is like cool and all, but when you're just like going no place fast, doesn't mean anything. So what do you want to achieve? What matters to you? If you set those goals, then you're gonna be so much more likely to get stuff done, and you're gonna get stuff done that's meaningful. Reward yourself. I feel like people don't talk about this enough when it comes to getting stuff done. I know like in previous years, I saw a lot of YouTubers being like,
every time you read a page of your textbook, eat a gummy bear.
I don't know who that works for. If that works for you, do that. But for me, a lot of times it means like, hey, I'm gonna write page 1 of my paper, and then I'm gonna let myself watch a 20-minute episode of Netflix. And then I'm gonna read this chapter for the next hour. And then I'm gonna walk downstairs and get a snack. Figure out what you want to be rewarded with, and then use that, and you will be so amazed. Following that note, spend your free time actually having fun. Something that really motivates me to be productive and to actually finish stuff is knowing I have something actually fun to look forward to. So if I'm gonna work really hard Thursday to have the weekend free, then I wanna know like, oh hey, on Friday we're gonna do this thing, and then on Saturday we're going to the game. Like I wanna have something to actually do in my free time. Like you need a reason to make that free time, you know? When you have big projects, break those down into smaller, more manageable chunks. What this looks like maybe for a project is saying, okay, by Wednesday I'm going to write this part of the paper, and then by the following Wednesday I want the bibliography done and I want my note cards made. Like you can break things down in this way. It's not just like, oh, I have this giant project due in a month. It's like, oh, I have this project, but it's a bunch of mini projects. And just having those mini deadlines helps you so much so that you don't just end up like the night before or the week before, like flustered and running around to finish stuff. I might have mentioned this a little bit before, but take breaks. If you're trying to be productive and get a lot done, don't think you can just sit for 4 hours and not stop. Like, we're not made to do that. So when it comes time to like actually buckle down and work hard, plan times to like do stuff. For me, I can't, like, sometimes I'll be in a study room and like, if I'm with friends, I'll do this. Sometimes I have to switch chairs because like I just can't stay in the same place. Or sometimes I want to watch, I don't know, something funny for a minute and then go back to what I'm doing. Sometimes I need more water. Like, whatever it is, take, even if it's just a 2-minute break, pace yourself. Like, don't make yourself work for 2 hours and expect you're gonna be super productive. You might be, but like more times than not, it's not really that good. Don't plan everything. I know this kind of contradicts a lot of what I'm saying, but you know what? I think it's really fun that if you work really hard some of the time, to just kind of be a little spontaneous in the rest of the time. When my friends and I are hanging out, a lot of times we don't know what we're gonna do exactly, but I think that's what makes it fun. Like, we just kind of do whatever we're feeling like doing. And so I'd say, don't over plan. That's so not what I would say, but no, as someone who is kind of I plan everything to the point where I'm like, you know what, it's like fun to not plan. So guys, those are just my top 10 tips on how to be productive. Those are things I'm like actually doing that make me get so much more accomplished and where I feel like, oh wow, what a productive day. I hope y'all are able to use these, and I hope that they work well for you. If I forgot something that you think is really important, please leave it in the comments down below. We can help each other out. That would be super cool. If you like this, if found this helpful at all, please remember to leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my face around here talking too fast about who knows what, feel free to subscribe down below, turn on that notifications bell. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!